Hey, it's Cash Flow Mike, and I'll tell you what, every once in a while I get a client that says, hey, do you think I can make payroll in the next couple of weeks? Well, that's when I go right to the Clear Path to Cash app and I take a look at the 13-week cash runway. What does it look like with money coming in, expectations, money going out, expectations, and all of our other commitments, from debt to subscriptions to recurring expenses, other projections that we have. So let me kind of walk you through how you can read this. Right up top, it's going to tell you when your lowest cash date is, what week you're going to have your first cash crunch, but you can see it building week over week over week. This is a heat map that's going to tell you exactly the week that you're expected not to have enough cash. And you can see right now, our first week is week 9. So my answer to the question that the client asked about, can I make payroll, will be, yeah, I think you're good for the next couple of weeks, but about week 9, we're going to run into problems. So let's go through it, right? Because we have a line of credit that's involved with this. We can delay some payments. We got other things that are happening that we can actually use to offset some of this. Now, the first thing you're going to do is enter in your AR, your AP, and it's going to analyze it and tell you, hey, these need to be collected on, or you should have paid these already. They're way past due. So all of your accounts payable, or your bills, and all of your accounts receivable are in there. Easy to get in. Basically, all you do is just add a single invoice, or you can bulk paste all of your invoices at once. From there, we can save scenarios. If I want to practice like going, what if I push this bill off till 3 weeks from now? What if we can collect this one a little bit faster than it's supposed to be? Those are scenarios that we can model and then save into a scenario. You can see different start dates, which means since you have the history of your company, you can say, oh, well, I went all the way back to December and tried to figure out what happened with my cash flow from December to now. You set your own forecast settings. First of all, minimum cash threshold. I mean, this is what some people miss. They go all the way to 0, but really what you're trying to do is keep some cash in the company. Normally 3 to 6 months operating expenses, but sometimes it's just a number that you feel comfortable with. So right here, we got a $10,000 one. Default stretch days, which means, yeah, I know everything's net 30, but maybe I always sit on things an extra 5 days or so. What does that look like if I sit on the invoices a little bit longer? And then you can set your AR collections rates. This is what I call the realistic part of the 13-week forecast, because not always you get paid for everything, right? And the older it gets, the less likely it is you're going to be able to collect on it. So you can set just percentages. I have some kind of put in there because I went and researched all of the likelihood that you're going to get paid after a certain date. So you can set these based on what you know about your customers. But just know that it adds the realism. You're not planning to spend every dollar that's on an invoice just in case some of it ends up as bad debt. It's going to pull over all of your debt payments from the debt manager inside the app. So those are going to be here, but you can also add operating expenses, payroll expenses, subscriptions. Here's what it's going to do to help you so it isn't that much of a lift. It's going to go and look at your income statement and say, hey, we think these are pretty regular. Your telephone utilities. We got a high degree of confidence that this is probably a weekly, biweekly, monthly type of things. It's a monthly amount. You can create a monthly rule and it adds it right to the recurring expenses for you. And then if it has less confidence, or maybe they're just occasional, doesn't seem to be every single month, it's going to tell you. We think it's confident. We think it's not confident. Now, your projected cash events, these are the one-time things. Like maybe you got this job that you didn't think you'd ever get, and maybe it's not a recurring job. It's just a one-at. Or maybe you're going to go to a conference this year that normally you don't go to. Those are one-time expenses or one-time revenue events that you can add into the forecast to help you understand how that impacts your cash flow. And of course, we've got an overview where weekly in, weekly outs are coming, from here. And of course, we've got a chart that helps you. What's good about this is that it tells you what to do next. Hey, you're going to have a cash crunch. Maybe you should look at your operating expenses. Maybe we can go see if we can optimize our debt a little bit better, or maybe we can use the the fast money formula and collect or pay or do inventory. There's ways for you to keep cash inside the company. They're built into the 13-week runway. So when your client asks, can you make payroll? You can just say, hey, listen, you're good for a couple of weeks, but we need to plan for about 9, 10, 11 weeks out. That's how we built this. And so you'll always be able to answer the question. And that's a moment, right? A moment when your client asks you that question, and the Clear Path to Cash was built for that moment.
Clear